Hi guys, today I am sharing my project life process for 2019. I said in a recent video that I wanted to change up a little bit of my process in the videos that I'm sharing, especially how I actually approach project life and how I organize, how I keep up with it, and what that means in general. At the point where I start creating my process video and finishing up a layout, I actually mainly add embellishments. Normally I print my photos on a daily basis, and sometimes there are already cards in there, sometimes there are only photos in there, and depending on how I feel and when I have like a kit I really want to use, I sometimes add it before I even know what week it is or which stories I'm trying to tell. So I will be showing that in a second. Just for me, I won't be able to like show you a whole process video. I'm not sure how I will share my actual process from picking out the photos and creating a layout or putting everything together. I will have to find out how I will actually share that with you and try to make a helpful video for you all out there. I know that much of you are struggling with keeping up with this project, and I'm doing this the third year now. So my first year was in a 6x8 format, and then my second year was in that 12x12 Heidi Swapp striped album. And I had times where I fell behind and I changed up the process, and now I'm really up to date. I have all my pictures in there for last week, and all my stories in there for last week, but not finished, and the end decoration and the creative part begins when I actually start filming. So I'm trying to figure out how I will share that with you guys. Maybe we'll have to do some adjustments. I'm hoping on some feedback from you, and would be nice if you let me know how you like the video and what I should change. And I will be sharing the layouts and how far I got so far, and we'll see you later. Bye! Hi my loves! So here is the album so far. Oh, you can see my head. I'm trying a new angle. My camera, or my professional camera, is not working anymore, so I'm trying to film everything with my cell phone, and I'm still trying to figure out what the best angle is and how I'm actually trying to get everything in frame. But this is my album so far. I'm using the beautiful black and white heart album. I'm not sure who designed it actually, but I love it. But I don't like the fact that it's like kind of matte. It's a little bit dirty already, and I didn't have that problem with the glossy black and white one I had from Heidi Swapp for last year. So have to see how this works out for the year. But yeah, that's how far I got. I'm changing things up a little bit, making it more creative, making it more my own. And one thing for that means that I'm actually including shakers, including bits and pieces that I took on certain events, or like brochures or business cards, trying to include more of that in my project life. And I made this giant shaker, included some acrylic words in here, and just making it fun and more my personal style, which also means that it will be more black and white. Last year I forced myself to use cards in colors I don't really like because I thought I had to use them up, but I will just go ahead and maybe selling those in the future or passing them on to pen pals. I won't force myself to use stuff I don't really want to. So as you can see, my title page is not done, and that's another thing that I will be changing for this year. So last year, when I thought I wanted to create process videos and share like my project life album, I thought I would have to do it in chronological order, but I'm not forcing myself to do that this year. So if I don't feel like working on week 3, I'm not working on week 3. I will be sharing videos for week 4 or week 10 or whatever, just whenever I feel like it and whatever I feel like. So I did my journaling. I'm not sure if these cards will stay here. I think I will be using a larger picture from our family, cutting that up. Maybe. I'm not sure yet, but that's what I'm thinking for right now. So as I mentioned, I finished, or did I mention? I'm not sure. I finished week 1 and 2 already, and the process videos will be edited soon, and I hope that I will upload the process for week 1 after I shared this video. So as you can see, this is a little sneak peek. I finished the pages and I really like how these turned out. Really not too colorful, black and white, just with hints of color and pops of color, just my kind of pages and color combinations. And as you can see, I added like invitations, I added an insert because I had so much to tell. I want to focus more on the stories and getting stuff done. I don't always have to include photos for everything. If I don't have a photo, I will just include journaling on a card or whatever, maybe just a letter to myself. I saw that Serena posted her album for 2018. I really like the letters that she wrote to herself, so maybe I will be including something like that. But yeah, it's not too much done. The process will mainly focus on the end decoration, which means that most of the time pictures, cards, and journaling are already included, and I will add stickers, stamps, die cuts, chipboard pieces, and so on. So yeah, this is week 1, and then also we'll be sharing week 2. So again, pretty simple, but I really love how this is turning out. As you can see, I included a ticket or a card, some elements, chipboard elements, some stickers, just a lot of journaling and telling my stories and focused on that. And you don't have to do more than that. Really love this. So this is the first week that is not finished, but it looks quite finished. Actually, all the weeks look quite finished. So if I will get to a point where I'm not able to go back and add any pretty things, that will be okay, because this looks really finished to most of the people probably. I would only have to go back and maybe stick this down, or even not, just how, depending on how much time I have. But as you can see, here is only journaling, cards, and photos. And sometimes I also include like stripes or bits and pieces that I know that I would like to include at that point or in that pocket or whatever. But just as I said, if I wouldn't have the time to go back, this would be something I could totally live with even in years to come. So yeah, for the process videos, we will work together on the pretty things, decorating things, and maybe changing out cards, but I don't think so. Most of the times I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks. So another example, this is a week, again, journaling, cards, and photos, tickets, bits and pieces, just tucked in here. And then these would be things that I would actually try to find out what I wanted to do with those, maybe add pockets, maybe include some flips or something like that. When it comes to title cards, that would be like the thing that could actually get changed out, because I really always have a hard time picking and choosing and creating the title cards. So yeah, but again, photos, journaling, and just decorating or just like filler cards. And then here again I included something. We were on a dinner, like a pamphlet or like the brochure for that, but not much at all. And here again, I wouldn't have to do anything else. It would look quite nice as it is, but we all like to add our stickers, we all like to add our beautiful embellishments, and it would be optional. You would not have to do so. So for example, here I have a screenshot. This is something I want to include more this year. I thought it would be nice to include kind of like a baggie and maybe do some private journaling and then just put this in the album. And then here I have a chipboard element that I know I would like to use here just to bring in some yellow. Sometimes I noticed some certain embellishment things that I did not put into the pockets. I forget that I actually wanted to add them there. So whenever I have like a certain thing I definitely want to use in a spread, I go ahead and just pop it in the pockets right there. So these are the pages that are pretty much done already. Then from time to time I have like empty pockets, which I don't really know what I want to add in here. So could be that I will go back and add maybe a photo. Maybe it could be that I will add a decorative card or whatever. Maybe a shaker. And then whenever I get Happy Mail, I wanted to include that as well. Do more of the collage kind of things, just in order to get more photos in. And then these are examples for pages where I haven't added any pictures, and I'm not sure if I will be actually using the cards that I included, but like maybe 60 or 70% of the time I add in my cards and lay out first before I'm actually adding the pictures, which works really nicely for me, especially because I want to keep up with the stories. So if I don't sit down on a daily basis, or maybe like a couple of times a week, and just write down what I wanted to remember, I will forget. Even just like 3 or 4 days later, I forget the stories. I don't know what I wanted to tell. So it's good to, or for me it's good to actually have those cards in there, doing my journaling for stories that I don't want to forget, and then just try to find out if I actually can fit in the photos and the layout. If not, I will take out cards. If I don't have enough cards, I will add additional cards. And it could actually happen that I don't like the cards in photo combination, so I would eventually take those out, which actually would be a waste of the pretty cards, but yeah, whatever. I didn't have that often. One time I didn't like the cards in combination with the pictures, so I did my journaling on other cards. Then I would just go ahead and try to save like the pretty pieces and maybe cut it out, or try to find out how I could make it fit. So this would be like a layout. This card doesn't belong here. That I would use as a base and work from there on. And then this is maybe a week that I would use after that. But it also could be that I would just put that a little bit in the back. It doesn't have to necessarily be in this order, but maybe the combination, maybe I will change out cards that I have in that layout and use cards that I added in this one. But just like, this is how it actually works for me, and it works really good, and I keep up with everything, especially with the stories. I know that some of you guys use journals or sticky notes or whatever, but at that point, actually using a sticky note and having to write it down again would cost actual more time, and time is everything. I can tell you, having a job, having a kid and a household, I have to maximize my efficiency and not waste any time, and still be able to enjoy the pretty things of life. So yeah, this is another example for something that I think I could be using in this combination. But as you can see, there are quite a lot of cards, and when we look at the layouts that I usually have, I include more pictures than cards. So this is just an idea, and most of the time I just take stuff out or try to make it work in a certain way. And then I just added some more things that I'm trying to use up. Sometimes I mix and match, but sometimes I'm trying to use those up as one thing. So this is how I actually approach my project life, which is working perfectly. I'm up to date. As you can see, I'm up to date with the stories, I'm up to date with the pictures, and just have to do my end decoration and my filming process and my editing, and then I can share those layouts with you in the future. So you guys, I hope this was a little bit helpful and you all are looking forward to my process videos that will be coming up soon. I will try to make it more personal. I know I mentioned that like 100 of times already, but just as I said, it's like something that's important to me. I want to get to know my subscribers better. I want that you guys get to know me better and make it more on a personal level, and want to get more interaction. And I think that would be like one kind of approach, and trying to make content and getting the quality on my channel better. If you guys would like to give me any tips or would like to ask any questions or whatever, feel free to leave those down in the comment. I hope that we can interact a little bit more, and you guys maybe help me out what to change if something's not working out for you, or what you like or whatever. So yes, we will try this, or we will try to approach this project together in the form I actually work in it, and I will be sharing my steps and my thoughts, and sometimes just skipping weeks if I don't feel like it, but we will see how that works out. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I would really appreciate a thumb up or maybe a comment, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye!